My name is Stephen-Litt. I am a senior at Kennesaw Mountain High School in Kennesaw, Georgia. And for the past 7 years, I have been doing various research related to the effects of a chemical in green tea known as EGCG on various anti-cancer effects. My research actually started in 6th grade using planarians because I wasn't allowed to work with cancer. I asked my dad if I could order cancer cells. He said no. So eventually I settled on researching a cancer substitute and actually discovered planarians, when you cut them in half, actually regenerate a new head and a new tail in a process similar to the stem cell regeneration of cancer. So using this knowledge, I actually ordered planarians from Carolina Biological for the first 3 years of my research in the basement, probably around 1,000 total. For that first year, the goal was to test, as I mentioned earlier, the chemical in green tea known as Epigallocatechin or EGCG, and whether or not it would be able to alter the regeneration speed of the planarians. So that was kind of the first project that I did. And from there, I actually found a paper detailing the way to give the planarians actual cancerous tumors using carcinogens cadmium sulfate and TPA. So over the next 2 years, I tested the effects of EGCG, both killing and preventing the tumors from forming in the planarians, which luckily it was able to successfully complete both. So the EGCG killed off the tumors once they had formed, but also prevented tumors from forming in the first place. After submitting my research for the science fair each of the 3 years, I was lucky enough to get a Broadcom Masters nominations each of the 3 times, which is the middle school national science fair. And in both my 7th and 8th grade years, I was lucky enough to be a semifinalist. And in my 7th grade year, I was even more lucky to actually be able to compete in Washington, D.C. as one of the 30 finalists. You can do way more than you think you can with really any resources that you have available. So if you even have an idea, just go for it. I mean, there's really nothing that a person can't do if you put your mind to it, especially in the research field, where if you want to test something, and you have a feasible way of testing it, hopefully you'll be able to do that. And even if you fall short of maybe what you're initially intending to do, you'll still produce something that's most likely great, and you'll most likely have a great time doing it.